Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to your science class. We are doing the revision of the second chapter from the book, and the name of the chapter is Teeth and Digestive System. And to the last class, we discussed up to how and why to take care of our teeth. Then we discussed the ways to protect our teeth, and we discussed also about digestion and digestive system. Okay, now today let us move to the next topic from the chapter, which is process of digestion. Okay, so let's start our class. In the digestion process, the following organs are involved: mouth, oesophagus or food pipe, stomach, small intestine, liver, large intestine, and at the last, anus. So these 7 are the organs which involved in the process of digestion, which are also given in our book. Now let us learn about all the 7 organs one by one. Okay, how does each organ help in the process of digestion? We will learn it. Okay, so first of all, we will start from mouth. The process of digestion starts in the mouth. In the mouth, teeth chew and grind the food into small pieces. During chewing, a liquid called saliva mixes with the food, which makes the food soft and moist and helps in digestion. So it is the function of mouth in the process of digestion. Okay, so what is saliva? During chewing, a liquid mixes with the food, which is called what? Saliva. The next, oesophagus or food pipe. The food from the mouth goes down the food pipe and reaches the stomach. Moving to the third one, stomach. The stomach is a sac-like organ where digestive juices break down the food further. In the mouth, food are broken down into small pieces. Okay, then it reaches stomach through food pipe. In the stomach, digestive juices break down the food further. Then small intestine. From the stomach, the food passes into the small intestine. Digestive juices completely digest the food. Useful nutrients present in digested food are absorbed through the walls of the small intestine into the blood. Blood carries these nutrients to all parts of the body. Okay, so from stomach, food goes into what? Small intestine. Okay, where useful nutrients present in digested food are absorbed through the walls of small intestine, and blood carries those nutrients to the parts of our body. Now moving to the next organ, liver. It produces a digestive juice called bile that helps in the digestion of food. Bile moves into the small intestine for digesting the food. And the next organ is large intestine. Food that cannot be digested in the small intestine comes into the large intestine. It absorbs water from the undigested food and forms feces. Okay, feces is what? It is the undigested part of the food. And the last one, anus. Feces pass out of the body through the anus. Okay, it is the purpose of anus. So up to here, we discuss what are the function of the 7 organs involved in the process of digestion. Now let us see one figure. Okay, see, this is the mouth part, right, through which food goes into our body. Okay, it is the oesophagus. Okay, from mouth food comes to oesophagus, right, then comes to stomach. Okay, then comes to small intestine. Okay, and liver also helps in this process, right, and from small intestine the food goes into large intestine. and the undigested part of the food, it pass out of the body through the anus. Okay, so these are the main organs involved in the process of digestion, which are given in the book. Okay, up to here we finished the process of digestion. Now let us move to the next topic. Okay, healthy eating habits. Okay, so what are the healthy eating habits? Let us learn it. Always chew the food well. Eat a balanced diet to stay healthy. Eat fruits and vegetables every day. Drink plenty of water. Always wash your hands before and after meals. So these are the healthy eating habits that we should follow every day. Okay. Now let us move to the last topic from the chapter, microbes. Okay. First of all, let us know what are microbes. Microbes are very tiny living things. They cannot be seen through naked eyes. They can be seen only through a microscope. Microbes are found everywhere. Some microbes are useful and some are harmful. These are some figures of microbes. Okay, what are microbes? They are very tiny living things which cannot be seen through naked eyes, right? And they can only be seen through a microscope. Okay, now let us know what are the types of microbes. Microbes are of 4 types: bacteria, viruses, fungi, and protozoa. Some bacteria cause diseases like typhoid and tuberculosis. Some fungi cause skin disease like ringworm and athlete's foot. Some viruses cause diseases like polio and common cold. Okay, and some protozoa cause diseases like malaria and dysentery. So these are the diseases caused by these microbes. Okay, here I want to say something, that this corona, okay, it is also caused by what? A virus. Okay, COVID-19, right? Okay, now let us move to the last topic from the chapter. It is uses of microbes. Some microbes are used to make bread and bun. Some microbes are used to make curd from milk. Some microbes help in decaying of dead plants and animals. So these are the uses of microbes, okay, which you will learn more in higher classes. Okay, so today what we discuss, first of all we discuss about process of digestion, then we discuss healthy eating habits, then after we discuss about microbes, okay, types of microbes and uses of microbes, right? Okay, so with this we have finished the revision of the second chapter from our book. Okay, in the next class we will discuss the question answers from the chapter. Okay, and I have added some additional link in the data sheet. All of you go through those links. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you everyone.